Hey Zods, today we're going to talk about Black Bolt and White Flare and why I think it is going to be a mid set. It's going to be a very mid set. I know previously when I said that Black Bolt and White Flare might have a chance to be a top A tier set, might even rival Prismatic Evolutions. But after recent developments, art reveal of the cards, art reveals, I'm changing my mind. I don't think it's going to be a top A set. It's probably going to be a mid set. And I'm not trying to create FUD so that I can buy products cheaply. It's just what I think, and based on what I've observed, it's probably going to be a low B tier set. Yes, somewhere around there. I think it's potentially just going to be around Journey Together's level, or maybe just slightly better than Journey Together. And this is the reason why. Let me go through the reasons why I thought Black Bolt and White Flare was going to be really successful in the beginning. So, you remember back then there was news coming out that there's going to be 156 illustration rares or slash special illustration rares. So it was either going to be 156 split between all the illustration rares and special illustration rares, okay, but we didn't know what the split was going to be. We got some estimates, but in the end it was what the majority was IRs, which was sort of expected, but there's only what 7 special illustration rares for Black Bolt, and also 7 special illustration rares for White Flare. Okay, so added together, that's 14 if you want to see the set as a whole. Okay, so not knowing that, I would have expected more special illustration rares, which would have made the set a bit stronger. However, now that we know that it's only 7, 7 and 14 total, 2 of which are trainer special illustration rares, I think structure wise it's not going to be that great. In addition to that, from a structure perspective, it is designed in a way such that you will only be able to pull Black Bolt cards from Black Bolt products, and also White Flare cards from White Flare products. So in essence, you can almost see it as 2 sets packaged as one set. So if we're just going to talk about the structure and the pull rates, it's not going to be that difficult to pull the card that you want. If you want to get a particular what's this, Black Bolt SIR, just go and buy the Black Bolt products. And if you want to pull a White Flare card, just go and pull the White Flare product. So the pull rates is probably going to be similar to Journey Together. So that's the first point. On the first point already, I initially thought it was going to be hard pull rates. It's going to be quite difficult to pull a specific SIR, and that is key for a successful set, for the products to be valuable over the long term, and for singles, at least the chase cards, to stay high. Now it seems the pull rates is not going to be that difficult. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, theme. Initially I already said Unova Pokemons, it's not really a great theme. There's not really a lot of fan favorite Pokemons. Again, I'm speaking from my perspective. So I mean, all these Pokemons, who knows Generation 5 Pokemons? Let me show you the illustration rate. How many of these Pokemons can you name? What is this Pokemon? If you didn't really go and study these Pokemons, you wouldn't be able to name these Pokemons. And that's the second point. The theme is really weak. And if I were to look at the SRRs for Black Bolt and White Flare, let's start with the Black Bolt. How many of these SRRs do you think will really be popular? Guess. I'm thinking 1. Kyurem, Zekrom, Meloete, Meloeta, Superior, Extra Draw, Genesect. Only Zekrom is probably going to be the popular one from this one. And special illustration rare supporters, yes, this N will seem to be popular. And maybe this black and white rare. The other 5 SIRs is really not going to be popular. And they will be sub 100 very soon, maybe even sub $50. This Zekrom might have a chance to be above $100. And potentially the chase card would be this black and white rare, depending on pull rates. I'm thinking this card might have a chance to be above $200, but we shall see. On white flare, we get the same picture. You're probably getting one. Okay, maybe true. Hydreigon artwork seems kind of nice, but still, it's not a popular Pokemon, so despite the good artwork, it's not going to do well. And this Jellicent, you see, no one knows this Pokemon. Bofalant, Caldeo, Whimsicott. There I see Bofant, Emboar, and then what's this? So again, for white flare, I think Reshiram is going to be the best, and probably the only popular SIR that's going to be above $100. The others, not so much. Reshiram is probably going to be the one, and then maybe, yeah, this special illustration rare supporter is going to do well. Arguably, it's going to do probably better than all the SIRs, just like N is going to do better than all the other SIRs besides from Zekrom. So you can see here the theme is not strong at all, and that is why the second reason. Third reason is the artwork. Okay. Even though these are all IRs, go through these artworks and tell me if you really enjoy them. What do you think of the artwork? It's decent, it's average. You can't say it's bad, but it's not great. Do you see? That's why I call it a mid. And for those reasons above, that's why I think this black bolt and white flare set in English, it's gonna just do mid. What I mean by that is, upon release, as always, you can expect all sealed products to drop a lot. You can see here black bolt and white flare, ETBs 114. This is pre-official release. On the 18th of July, you can expect this box to drop even further to Journey Together levels. I'm thinking of a $60 to $70 box upon release for black bolts, ETB, and white flare ETB. This is even at risk of dropping below 100, which is crazy because I personally think the Reshiram SRR is better, a better artwork compared to the Zekrom. But potentially because I think maybe some people are preferring the Zekrom BWR over the Reshiram BWR. That's why they probably pricing a bit higher, but yeah, that's probably the reason. A single booster pack, $15, no ways. You won't even see this at $15. This will probably go to $6 to $7 quite soon. Okay, and so this $60 to $70. Again, not financial advice. Do whatever you want. Do your own research. Booster packs, I can't see them more than $6 to $7. Bundles, yeah, it's probably gonna drop to like $40 regions. $40. Turns, illustration collection. Maybe this Victini will save something for some reason in Japan. Victini IRs are quite popular, so maybe. And then there's that Japanese red Victini one. So Victini seems to be somewhat popular, so maybe this can save it. So I think upon release, all these will be dropping a lot, big percentages, and it's going to stay there for some time until reprints are done. So the only thing that might prevent this from dropping that much is supply. Sounds simple. if it is considered as one set and they simply split the supply, say this one set is the general supply and split between black bolt and white flare, and so black bolt's product supply is half of the usual amount, then perhaps this set can actually survive longer and it won't drop as much. So if black bolt's supply is half of what's usually expected of a particular set, then it might have more resilience, just like white flare. But if they are just treated as you know, the supply of a normal set for both black bolts and white flare, then it's going to be difficult for this to maintain its value, at least during the reprint cycle. And yeah, that's sort of what's happening. What am I doing? I do have some pre-orders in, and my goal, my plan is just to keep what I have. For now, I'm not looking to increase my position. Maybe once I see how the products do upon release and the singles, might change my mind. But I do see Zekrom and Reshiram doing quite well. I too see them as cards above $100 at the moment, probably even above 200. Reshiram, I do see that card above 200 upon release, and then probably settle around the 150, just like Zekrom. But we don't know. If they do control the supply, then I think upon release Zekrom and Reshiram might stay above 200. But for the rest of the SRRs, immediate below sub $100 cards might even be 50. I mean, let's just point out a few. This will be below 50, below 50, below 50. Yeah, all of these will be below 50. But yeah, that's really my take. Let me know in the comment sections what you think. Catch you next.